video is going to discuss the basic setup of a typical security camera system that you'd see in a small business or a home. Now, the basic components for the security camera system are the cameras with mounting hardware, power and video cable for each camera, connectors such as RCA or BNC type connectors if needed, and the recording device, which can either be a standalone digital video recorder or a PC-based DVR card. In this case, we're going to be using a PC-based DVR card. Now, the DVR card plugs into the PCI slot of your computer, and it's got connectors here where you plug your cameras into the card, and it uses your computer along with the hardware on the DVR card to record and monitor the cameras. In this case, there are two DVR cards mounted into the PCI slots of the computer, and each card can handle 4 cameras. So this DVR system can handle a total of 8 cameras. Okay, let's take a look at a typical security camera. This is a bullet camera, and as you can see, it has 3 wires extending from it. The first wire is the video cable, and it has a BNC type connector. The next cable is a power cord for the camera, and that supplies the power to the camera. And the last cord is actually an audio cable for a microphone, but we're not going to use that in this case. Now we need a cable to connect the camera to a power source and also to transmit the video. We're going to use an all-in-one cable that has both the power cord and the video cable combined. The all-in-one cable is good for distances up to about 150 feet. This is the video cable, which has a BNC style connector, and it connects to the video cable of the camera like so. The power cable plugs in like this. Now, the video signal will be sent from the camera through the video cable to your recording device, which in this case is the DVR card shown earlier that was installed into a PC. The power cable will send power to the camera from a power supply, such as this. The power supply is then plugged into the other end of the all-in-one cable to supply power to the camera. One tip to keep in mind is to test the cameras and cables before installing them to ensure that the cable, camera, and power supply are in good working order. And you do this simply by connecting the camera, the all-in-one cable and power supply, and powering the camera up. And then connect the video signal from the camera to either a monitor or your recording device like your DVR, so that you can view the video signal from the camera, just to make sure the camera and the cable are working properly. And it's a good idea to do this before you install the camera and the cable. Another important point to bring up is that different connector types on some cameras and cables may require the use of an adapter. The adapter will allow you to use BNC and RCA type connectors together. In the previous example, both the camera cable and the all-in-one cable had BNC style connectors, so we didn't have to use an adapter. But that might not always be the case. Sometimes you'll have a camera that has an RCA type connector. And if your all-in-one cable has a BNC style connector, you'll need to have a little adapter to use the two together. Here's an adapter that has a BNC female connector on one end and an RCA male connector on the other end. And it connects like so. Okay, let's talk about mounting hardware. This is the camera mount, and it has a plate which is going to be screwed onto the wall or eave or wherever you want to mount the camera. This particular mount has a swivel, which allows you to set the angle and orientation of the camera. Once the desired angle and orientation of the camera is found, there is an adjustment screw to allow the camera to be set at a particular fixed angle. In this case, the back of the camera, which is threaded, screws onto the mount. Here's a look at some installed cameras. This first one is mounted in the front doorway. This next camera is mounted under an eave. As you can see, this camera is very small and it's not very noticeable at all. Here's a look at each of the views from the cameras. You can make adjustments to the camera angles by looking at the camera views through the DVR system. Sometimes it helps to have two people doing this, one to adjust the camera and the other to look at the DVR system.